Mm. Hmm. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Erica Ziel. I've never done this before. I'm really nervous. Um, okay, so for starters, um, Erica Ziel is a chosen name, chosen by myself. It's not the name of a spirit. It's not the name of something that channels through me. It is my own personal name, what I call my spiritual name, um, that I chose for this spiritual journey or mission that I'm on now. What mission, you ask? Well, that is a really complicated answer because actually I have several missions. Um, One, I'm going to be doing tarot readings now. I am not going to charge for these. If you notice my Cash App down below in the description box, whatever donations come in, that's fine. But I will not do extended readings. I'm not ever going to charge for any of the readings that I do. And there's a reason why. But before I go into that, I also would like to say that I've never done anything like this before. In fact, I am just now starting to learn about tarot and astrology. I started getting involved in the New Age movement back in 2012 when I started seeing what are referred to as angel numbers and numerology on license plates, gas receipts, table numbers when I would go out to eat, um, anywhere and everywhere. It was like, boom, all of a sudden, everywhere I looked. And people thought I was going crazy. So then, of course, I thought I was going crazy, even though I knew this is not random, this is not all in my head. There was something to it. Of course, because of my Christian upbringing, it all felt very taboo. I didn't want to have. I was curious about it. I knew there was something up with it, but I was also scared to really fully explore it because of how I was raised and what I was taught about this kind of stuff. Which actually brings me right back around to my mission, because a lot of us are in similar circumstances. So for a while, I actually started going back to church. After my oldest was born, she was about 2 years old. I started going back to church, and there was just this tug of war, because I could tell that there was something up with this, but at the same time, I believed in the Bible. And I wouldn't necessarily call it a spiritual journey. It was more like a spiritual cluster, if I'm just being totally honest with you. And I think a lot of you can probably relate. So that's why the tarot readings that I'm going to be doing aren't really going to be based on um, zodiac sign or anything like that. I'm not going to do like Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus. I'm a Gemini, by the way. I'm not going to focus on all that right now at this point. I think right now there are a lot of us that identify as light workers, that are, well, I can't speak for anyone else. I can speak for myself. I feel like I've just been kind of floundering about in a sea of trying to figure it out. And the readings that I want to do specifically are going to be for light workers, but also for, just the general public, whoever's interested in the messages. I do believe that Spirit is at work, waking people up, and that's why, that's actually another mission, probably my main one, is speaking for Spirit. More specifically, for God. And in order to kind of really explain what I'm about, what I'm doing here, it's really kind of convoluted, so just kind of try to stay with me a little bit, because I'm going to be bouncing back and forth through some things. To start, I am not a channeler. I do not channel. And I'll tell you why in a few minutes. I do receive messages. I do hear God's voice. He's not the only voice I've heard over the years. But I have had to distinguish what I would call frauds and fakes, trying to trick or deceive me, from the actual voice of God. And therein also lies my mission, is helping you guys to distinguish the same thing, because there's this whole taboo around mental illness. It's like, oh my gosh, if you hear a voice, it's only in your head and you need to be medicated. Here, take this, take this, take this, take this, take this, and this pill too, and that pill too, and shh, you're okay now. All drugged up and unable to think. Okay, yeah, no, I was not okay. I was not okay. And I was especially not okay the more I learned and experienced this is not actually just in my head, that people really are experiencing similar things, or the same things, literally being harassed by demonic evil spirits, and feeling either too ashamed or too afraid to talk about it or to address it openly. I'm done with that. Okay? If I can just be frankly honest with you, I'm done with that. I'm not okay with the way people are trying to make this out. And one of the things that God has told me is, yes, it's time for people to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. All right? That's a part of my mission as well, is to speak the truth. And that's really hard to do. That's really hard to do because of the kickback, the fallout, the stigma, the judgment. People coming in saying, oh yeah, like, what's your deal? Your voice is okay. No, let me stop you right there. Anybody that has seen these angel numbers, anybody that has suffered from mental illness to the extent that, like myself, they have either thought about or actually tried committing suicide, who have been heavily medicated at certain points, trying to turn off or shut down or deny what is the spiritual part of us, what people call the 5D part of us, the connected part of us that is not this 3D physical body that we're in, but is the collective consciousness that we're in. And now I'm not saying all light workers have had this experience. Like I said, this is for me personally, but I have seen other people's experiences that are very similar. So I'm just throwing that out there. But God absolutely is, there's a lot that he wants to address. A lot. So I guess right there, I'll go ahead and get started with that. So one of the things that I mentioned a few minutes ago that he wants to address is the channeling. I don't channel. Like I said, he tells me what to say, and I relay that message. So I am a messenger. And I want to go ahead and, when I say I want to, he wants me to, let me specify that, distinguish channeling, being a messenger. There's actually a lot that he wants to distinguish. And the reason being is because, like myself, a lot of light workers out there, a lot of people in the New Age movement were also raised in Christian households by Christian parents. And there's been a struggle because it's like, oh, there's this whole taboo thing around the New Age movement, and don't get involved with that because of the scriptures that talk about destiny and fate and all this other stuff. That's one of the first things that God wants me to address, is that, yes, there actually is some truth to this. Let me explain. If anybody is familiar with the Bible, you're going to know what I'm talking about here when I say, when the temple was built by the Israelites, or was it the Israelites? No, I don't think so. I don't remember a whole lot. I grew up in a Christian household. I did not read the Bible much. Okay? Just being frankly honest with you. So when I quote scriptures or try to remember stuff, it's going to be kind of the gist of it. Okay? But, yeah, when Moses and Aaron, and when they were setting up how the temple was to work and the altars, and there were the scriptures that talked about their garments as the high priests. They had garments that were decked out with gemstones, crystals, and other stuff like that. The temple itself, the altars itself, were decorated with gemstones and crystals, right? They used oils, they burned herbs and incense at the altars. So this is something that, yes, it's in the Bible. Okay? The reason that was let go, the reason that they stopped doing that at a certain point, is because they were no longer making sacrifices in the temples anymore. There was no longer a need for any of that kind of stuff. Why not? Maybe one wild guess. All right. His name is Jesus, okay? When Jesus came here and sacrificed himself, that took care of all of the need for any sacrifices. So there was none of that anymore. There's no reason or need to go to the altar anymore. Jesus came as the way, the truth, and the light to set a new way of worship. All right, so that's why that was kind of done away with, so to speak. It's not that it's ungodly or wrong or bad or anything like that. It's because it just wasn't needed anymore, right? Because Jesus' sacrifice was all that was needed at that point. So here's what kind of happened. A lot of the problem that people have with religion is the hypocrisy, right? With organized religion. There's a lot of hypocrisy. There's a lot of what people call Sunday Christians, thumping the Bible on Sundays, and then the rest of the days just doing whatever, living whatever kind of life with little to no regard for anything the Bible says. And that really upsets God. That really, actually, to be frankly honest, angers him. Because he's thinking of all these so-called Christians. You know, a lot of good, honest-hearted people are coming to you, searching for the truth. These children are being raised and being turned away and being driven away because of the hypocrisy. And where are a lot of them going? A lot of them are coming to the New Age movement. Why? Because, like, the Bible has a lot of truth in it, okay? Jesus was real, okay? This also has a lot of truth in it. But it's not the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So this is how the devil works, to deceive people, knowing that there are good-hearted people out there who want to be close to God, who want to be close to Source, who want to understand how the universe works, and who see these wholesome things in the New Age movement. But just like he's done with Christianity, he's tainted this as well. He's taken the sacred things of God, okay, the mathematics, numerology of how the universe works, the crystals, even the people, and he's taking some of these truths. So let me digress for a second. Imagine a 1,000-piece puzzle, right? A 1,000-piece puzzle. And in order to see the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, in order to see this whole entire puzzle picture for what it really is, you have to have all the pieces, right? The devil does not want us learning the truth. He does not want us actually drawing closer to God. But he knows that we have that innate spiritual need in us. So there are a lot of people in the Lightworker movement, in the New Age movement, who say, yeah, I'm spiritual but not religious. All right, so this is what the devil has done. He's taken this puzzle, this truth, okay, and he's taken a few of the pieces here, and he's put it over here in Christianity to give people just enough, like bait, like dangling bait, right? And then he's taken some more of these puzzle pieces and he's thrown it over here in the New Age movement to give him just enough bait, dangling, okay. And then he's taken more, and he's scattered these truths about all of this, and he's made it one big giant cluster, okay? And then, as if that's not bad enough, he's taken other puzzles, his own pieces, his own agendas, his own motives, his lies, his slanders, and he's put those puzzle pieces in with what's left. So now, not only do we have a puzzle that's more than half missing and scattered all everywhere, but now there's all these lies in amongst the little bit of truths we have left, right? It sucks. It sucks for anyone who has an honest, pure heart, who's really seeking a better way, a way to be closer to the divine, to Source, that collective conscious, or the crown chakra, right? He has messed it all up. And God is very, very angry right now. He is very frustrated. He's very hurt. And that's one thing that I need to clarify right now that he wants me to address right up front, is that as he says, I'm not some magical sky fairy, nor am I just an ambiguous, benign matrix. Okay, while the divine masculine, aka God, aka Source, is the energy field and matrix that we experience all around us, he's also intelligent. He's also purposeful. He has a personality. He has a sense of humor. Okay? We were created and made in his image. How? Not with our physical bodies, okay? Because obviously God doesn't have a physical body. So how were we made in his image? Well, our energy, our personalities, right? That's how we were made in his image. We have free will. Okay, we're not animals. We don't just function off of instinct and base programming. Okay, we have a choice. And right now, he really wants to stress, hey, I'm real. Don't believe this devilish lie that I'm benign, that I am just an existence. I am. He says, I am intelligent. I am purposeful. I am the master manifester. What do I mean by that? He manifested us. He manifested the stars, the moons, Earth, Gaia, right? He manifested all of this. His will manifested all of this. So these partial truths and half-truths and bits of whole truths that are now like literally scattered to the far reaches of the ends of the earth in every religion and philosophy and spirituality. It's just, what a mess. And he's done. He's done. He said, I'm done. It's time for people to know. It's time for people to wake up. Right? So that was the first thing that he wanted me to address is, yes, he is real. Yes, he is intelligent. Yes, he is manifesting still. He didn't just create us and, it's good luck with everything. No, he's watching everything that's going on in the earth right now. He's watching humans destroy his beautiful creation, the home that he made for us. Like, you guys think we hurt seeing these controlled animal feeding operations and people starving in other countries and deforestation and the storms that are occurring because things are literally falling apart around us? Why? Why have things gotten so bad? Because of the devil. Because of the devil. Things have gotten so out of hand because he's down here literally wreaking havoc, not just on the earth, but on our hearts and especially on our minds. And that's kind of where I'm going to get back to about the mental illness at a certain point later on. Not right now. So, all that being said, he's saying, all right, I see what's going on. I know that there are a lot of honest, pure-hearted people out there that no matter where they turn, whether it's to religion, Christianity, spirituality, New Age, they're being baited by all these partial truths that the devil has scattered about, and then lied to and manipulated to give us just enough of a semblance of spirituality, like we're actually accomplishing something. But nowhere in this equation are we actually drawing closer to God as God wants us to know him. Right? That's why he's just source, the matrix, God, whatever you want to call him, whatever fits your MO, your modus operandi, whatever. All right, let me digress for a second. A lot of the problem that people have with Christianity is the hypocrisy. Because there's all this stuff that the Bible says, but they don't really go by that. They close the book and set it over here, and it's like, oh, as long as you're a good person, as long as have a good heart, it's okay. You can just do whatever you want to do. Don't worry about what God says. Right? Okay. And how are light workers doing any different? How is the New Age movement doing any different from Christianity when it comes to God? As long as you're a good person, right? It doesn't matter who God is. It doesn't matter if he actually wants something from us. It doesn't matter. Just be a good person and forget about God. Just call him source. Have your semblance of spirituality. That's all you need. That's all you need. No, my friends. No. Listen, I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm here to speak the truth that God tells me to speak. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to keep perpetuating these same lies to you that Christians are doing, and that a lot of New Age light worker the movement is doing, and saying, God, source, whatever you want to call it, just be a good person and go live your life. God is saying, I'm real. I'm here. I care about you. I know who you are. I know what makes you cry. I've seen the struggles that you've gone through. I love you. He wants us to know him. God is not some benign entity. Yes, he is the divine masculine in the sense of the universe, okay? This energy grid, the matrix, right? But he's so much more than that. The I am is saying, I am intelligent. I have a personality, right? So we were made in his image, remember? Not with a physical body, because God doesn't have a physical body. We were made in his image in the sense that we have free will. We love to create, right? We create buildings. We create art. We create little tiny people, right? We were made in his image. He made us in his image. And look around in nature. You want to do yoga? and meditate and learn about God. Look at nature around you. Next time you're out and doing whatever meditation in nature, think about it from the perspective that God is real. He does have a personality. And get this, He knows you. He wants you to get to know Him. That's part of my mission, is helping people get to know God. Like the person, not some benign entity that just exists with no purpose, right? We were made in His image. Okay, we feel like we have a purpose. Okay, we're all out here in a sea of people trying to figure out what our purpose is. And God doesn't have one? Come on, guys. God is intelligent. He exists with a purpose. He is the master manifester. Okay? So we're all out here trying to manifest the better lives for ourselves and putting our goals up on our vision boards and manifest this and manifest that and manifest this and manifest abundance and love and all these other things that, truth be told, He could give us just like that. But yet, He just exists. He doesn't think. He doesn't feel. He doesn't create. He created us. He created Gaia. He created the stars and the moons. He exists with a purpose. And right now, His purpose is, having had enough of the devil's lies and deceiving people, no matter which way you turn, everywhere you turn, everywhere you look, baiting with a little bit of truth and all these lies, so that we don't do the one thing that the devil does not want us to do: actually get to know God. So, when I talk about being new to this, being new to tarot reading, not having any experience with astrology, like I've never done any of this stuff before in my life. So a lot of you are probably sitting there thinking, well, you don't know anything. Who the heck do you think you are coming in here trying to, Hold on. I'll tell you who I am. I'm nobody. I'm a nobody. Okay? I'm a single mom that struggled with mental illness since 13. I'm 32 now. Okay? I've been disowned by my family. I literally have no one. Not a friend to my name. But God. And if you think about it, really, in the past, he when He sent a messenger into someone, that messenger was usually, what? A nobody. A little girl. A former prostitute. Who was it that He sent in to King David? To call King David out on what he did with Bathsheba? Right? Lowly people. People that don't think so highly of themselves that they can't be told something. Like, I know my place. And God knows my heart. Even when I didn't know it. And when all this first started back in December, there was a whole lot of me walking around my house. Oh my God, you're going crazy. Stop. Just stop. Just don't listen anymore. Turn on the music. Focus on cleaning the kitchen. Just do the kitchen. And I was like, why? Why me? Because you're a clean slate. Because you are a lump of clay that I can mold. Because you're not coming in here firmly believing and set in all these half-truths and partial truths and deceptions. Because when I speak, I know you'll listen. And you will say exactly that without putting your own spin on it, because this is what you've been doing for however long. That's hard for me to say, you guys. That's really hard for me to say. Because I am that girl that's like hidden behind the shadows her whole life and stayed out of, like, I don't even go out in public very often. Let me tell you something. When COVID happened, nothing really changed for me and my girls. I go out like twice a month to run errands. We homeschool. And every time I go into Walmart, I get freaking anxiety out the wazoo, okay? I have an 87 pages right now, unedited, on Microsoft Word of poems. A lot of spoken word poetry. Over 10 kids' books that I've written. And you guys, I've been scared witless to get online and post anything. So y'all don't even know. For me to get up here and say this and start out with something like this, whew. Please no. Please no. I truly believe with all my heart. God really wants me to do this. What does He want me to do? He wants me to go through everything. He wants me to go through everything. The Bible, the Quran, science, Christian religions, Buddhism, everything, astrology. He wants me to go through everything. And all these hidden truths that are mixed in with all these lies, He wants me to collect them all and bring them all back so I can build this puzzle and make it right again, because there are a lot of people out there who are searching for Him. Many people that don't even know they're searching for Him. Many people that are trying to get in line with the universe and source. Meanwhile, again, with these lies, taking God out of the equation, just like the hypocritical Christians have done, right? Everybody's taking God out of the equation, not just Christians, like New Age people, light workers. Y'all can't get mad at the Christians for that, okay? Because that's exactly what's being done here too. And I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's freaking tragic. So that's my mission. That's my mission, is to go into all of this stuff as a blank slate, as a newbie, as a lump of clay, right? So I can listen when he says, this is from me, this is sacred, this is truth, this is from the devil. This is a lie. And he wants me to communicate that to you guys. He wants me to call out the devil wherever he is. In any religion, in any belief, in any philosophy. He wants me to call out the devil and say, hey, that's God's. That's God's. And you take your lies and you get the f*** out of here. That's my mission. So, don't shoot the messenger, okay? And really, if you want to know really what the truth is, really who God really is, don't just take my word for it. Pray. Seriously, pray to the true God. Right? Not the God of this system of things, as the Bible calls it, the devil. But don't just pray to source. Okay? Is he the source? Yes. He is the matrix. He is the master manifester. Right? But he's so much more than that. And he cares about you. He cares about you. He wants to call honest-hearted people out of all this and clean up this whole mess. I'm actually doing this. Wow. So, like I said, I've never done tarot before, but I have 11 tarot decks right here, all in these bags right here, and I've got like 8 more coming. So when I do tarot readings, I'm only going to be focusing on 2 relationships, and they're not going to be romantic relationships, not relationships with your family. First and foremost, your relationship with God, with Source. The source of what? The source of your life. The source of creation. The source of life as we know it. He wants you to get to know him. The person. And then I have like this massive stack of books. This is one of my chakra charts. So we're going to be getting into that too. Sorry to digress for a second. Oh gosh, so many books. The Stars Within You, A Modern Guide to Astrology, Crystals for Healing, and Chakra Healing. Ooh. Quadrivium, the 4 classical liberal arts of number, geometry, music, and cosmology. Sacred Geometry. The only astrology book you'll ever need. Hopefully, because this thing is a monster book. And I'm going to be running out of space here real shortly. Alright. Fundamental, how quantum and particle physics explain absolutely everything. Okay, the Matrix. We're going to learn. Woo! We are going to study and we are going to learn and we are going to search out for these precious hidden truths and weed out all of the devil's lies and misinformation. I can't even keep going. This one, are you serious? Okay. Metaphysical anatomy. Your body is talking. Are you listening? So, again, with the chakras, that's real, okay? The energy points in our bodies, that I already know, has already been clarified. The elegant universe, superstrings, hidden dimensions, and the quest for the ultimate theory. Woo! Guys, we got some studying to do, okay? Seriously, a lot of studying to do. And that's only half of the books that I have right here. I'm not going to pull them all up over here. But just so you know, I am serious about this. God is serious about this. When I say this is only the beginning, I mean seriously. This is only the beginning. This mission is years long for me. So if you resonate with anything I've said up to this point, subscribe now and hit the bell button for notifications, because this is only the beginning. All right. So that one relationship, your relationship with God, okay? And the other relationship that we're going to focus on is your relationship with you, with yourself. Self-love, healing, how to not just physical healing, but emotional healing, mental healing, and learning how to stand strong in your truth and in the truth of God, so you can fight the devil for yourself. Fight him in your everyday life. Because, oh man, you know, a lot of people think that the Illuminati is like, oh, that's conspiracy theories and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, all right, have you ever noticed that the people who talk about in Hollywood having sold their soul to the devil or made an agreement with the devil, you ever seen people's eyes turn black? Or heard of that thing called the Illuminati Shiner? That's real. How could the devil mislead people and cause so much destruction and so much chaos if he didn't know exactly what the heck he was doing? He has a plan. He has a plan. And he has a people. The Illuminati. We're not even going to get into that right now. I digress. But I'm just saying, we are in a spiritual warfare right now. And I do mean spiritual warfare. Angels and demons battling around us every single day. Battling for what? The demons are, well, for starters, they're battling for your life. Demons want you dead, and they want you suffering until you die. Hell? Guys, we're already in it. We're already in it, okay? There's no eternal purgatory after this where we're like walking around in flames all day, okay? This warfare that we're in is a battle for your life. The devil, the demons want you dead. The angels and God, they want you to live. They want you to be happy. So every day it's like missiles firing everywhere. how do you know? If you're seeing these numbers and you're seeing, hearing these channeled messages, how do you know? How can you possibly know? God is sending someone in to tell you, to show you. He's not making me do this. For a long time, my heart has hurt at a lot of the things that I've seen in this world. My heart hurts every time I see homeless people. My heart hurts when I see people sick and dying of diseases that they should not be sick and dying from, especially children. Those St. Jude commercials, oh my God. I can't. Whew, give me a second. I'm sorry. That's the empath in me. It's like, I don't just think about things. I feel it. Like, I feel it. This is serious. This is serious, and God sees a lot of pure-hearted, honest-hearted, good people out there being lied to. And He's saying, I've had enough. I've had enough. It's time for people to wake up, and it's time for people to know the truth. What is the truth? He's sent someone in before. He's done this before. You all know His name. Jesus. Jesus. The way, the truth, the light. By how we consider ourselves light workers, Jesus was the original light worker. So, Jesus was the original light worker, right? But He was so much more than that. Why was He called the way? The way to what? The way where? To what? To God. The truth. The truth about what? About God. The light. Why did people need a light? Because of the darkness, because of the spiritual darkness that the devil had people in. So He was the way to God, the truth about God, and the light. Let me ask you guys something. Do y'all know what light is? What darkness is? Let me rephrase that. What is darkness? Okay, it's not the opposite of light. It is the absence of light. Darkness is merely when there is no light. The light is not shining in that area, so it's dark. How do you expose the darkness for what it is? You shine a light in it. Jesus was the light. A lamp to my foot, a light to my roadway. Why? So people could see where they're going. Where were they going? To God. Right? Am I comparing myself to Jesus? Hell no. There's no comparison. Not for a second. Am I following in Jesus' footsteps? Absolutely, yes. Yes. That is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be, like I said, going in to the dark places, to all of these dark places where the devil has hidden these precious things of God. And I'm going to be going in there and I'm going to be shining a light on it to expose the darkness for what it is, to expose these lies, these hypocrisies, these deceptions, this misinformation, right? And then I'm going to take these precious truths and we're going to search for them. Like, we're literally going to search for these things. And when we find them, we're going to pull them out of the darkness and piece it all back together. Okay? Guys, I'm honored. I am honored to have an opportunity like this, a privilege like this. I mean, this is literally the highest honor that a human could possibly have. To be able to walk hand in hand with God and follow in Jesus' footsteps exactly. To be able to fight the devil and do this for him. I was scared at first, and that's an understatement. I was downright flippin' terrified and really honest to God thought I was having a serious mental breakdown at first, until God started showing me signs, like real, true, undeniable, unmistakable signs. Like, there is no way, there's no confusion. Like, he removed all of the confusion, he removed all of the doubt. And he said to me, "Do you see now? Do you understand now why I need you to do this?" What? Not right now, baby. She's such a loud mouth. Y'all are gonna meet her eventually. But yeah, this is a years long journey. This is only the beginning. Like, right now I have no idea what I'm doing, and that's okay. That's a good thing, because I don't need to know what I'm doing. God is gonna tell me what to do. And all I have to do is be faithful and obedient. Done. Like, done. Oh. That being said, this mission isn't all rainbows and roses. Like I said, I'm going to have to do a lot of calling out. I'm going to have to do a lot of setting the record straight, which, in no uncertain terms, is going to piss people off. There's going to be a lot of pissed off people. A lot of people like, Erica Ziel, who the heck does this girl think she is? Let me remind you again, guys. I'm a nobody. I'm a single mom that has, to date, aside from writing some books, but not publishing them, has never really accomplished anything meaningful or substantial in her life besides my kids. My girls are super sweet, very thoughtful, compassionate. They're good kids. They are great kids. And that is the only thing I can honestly say I am really proud of. That, and I've tried to be a good person despite it all. Despite no matter what came my way, no matter what people did me or how people treated me or did to me. I tried to still be a good person despite that. Aside from that, I'm no expert at anything. I'm what you could say a jack of all trades, a master of none. So I write poetry, I love poetry, have a lot of experience with mental illness, obviously, because I was on that road for, 20 years, almost. Actually, yeah, almost close to 20 years. So, ironically enough, it is kind of weird to me a little bit that I'm about to turn 33 in June. And this started about 6 months ago, or not 6 months ago. This started back in December. The whole hearing the voice of God and, him saying, I have a mission for you, should you choose to accept. That started back in December. And even up until recently, he still hasn't revealed everything. Only what I need to know at this time. But yeah, that was 6 months before I turned 33. And I think that was the same age Jesus was when he started his ministry. It's kind of weird, a little bit. Anyways, I want to learn. We're going to learn. We're going to learn about all of this stuff. All those books, all these, oh my goodness. There's a lot. Oh, we have a lot to get through. First things first. Remember when I said earlier that I'm not a channeler? I said I'll get back to that. So coming back around to that, I was like, I'm going to be saying some things. This journey, this mission isn't all rainbows and roses. It's serious business. It's like, I'm going to have to do some calling out, some setting the record straight, some speaking the truth. And God wants me to specify about the channeling. It's not okay. It's not okay. That is one of the things that is from the devil. Time out. Whoa, my gosh. I hear the uproar. Okay. Let me explain real quick. All right. God has not ever channeled. There's no record anywhere in the Bible of him ever channeling through somebody. He has had humans speak on his behalf, right? Moses, but even then Moses was like, oh God, please, no, not me. I can't let Aaron speak. Let him be the speaker. Okay. God said, all right, Aaron, you could be the speaker, but Moses, you're still the leader. Still want you to do that. And then we have Jonah. All right, God didn't channel through Jonah. He gave Jonah a message to give to... Now I'm kind of wishing I had read the Bible more when I was sitting in church. What was it, the Ninevite? I'm not even going to go there. Anyways, the guy that got swallowed by the big fish. That guy, Jonah. He didn't channel. He was a messenger. All right. Jesus. He didn't channel. He didn't do any channeling. He was, again, a messenger. He spoke to the people. All right. That is how God works. Our bodies are our bodies. To let another entity take possession of our body is not okay. And he wants to, for whatever reason, this is one of the things that he wants to clear up straight off the rip. And I know that there are a lot of light workers who are well-known channelers. He wants me to be very specific that he does not think that they are bad people. And to give an example, you know how I would say in other countries, but it's not just in other countries, because we see it in our country too with gang initiation and stuff like that. A lot of times innocent children are recruited and brainwashed into thinking they're doing the right thing for someone else's ulterior motive. So that's the example that kind of goes in with this. Now, before I go any further, let me specify something about how the devil works, okay? If the devil came in being a wicked narcissist to everybody, nobody would want anything to do with him, right? Because we would all be like, devil, ew, get away from me, ew, like, I don't want nothing to do with you, right? That's why he has to trick people. That's why there are all these lies, because if people knew the truth, that something was really from him, they wouldn't have anything to do with it. Right? They don't know. Right now, God is saying, I know you guys don't know, but I'm telling you now, channeling is not okay. Let me make a distinction between channeling and being a messenger, okay? Channeling is letting another spirit or entity take control and possession of your body, as he defines it, as God defines it, okay? There's a difference between that and hearing a voice of someone, regardless of who they're claiming to be, and then speaking that message. If you're hearing a message and then relaying it, that's not channeling. That's being a messenger. Channeling is entity possession, an entity speaking through you. That is what he says. It's not okay. That is not from God. That is from the devil. Setting the record straight on that right now. So that gets us into part B of that. Well, okay. So maybe I'm not channeling, that aside. What if I'm just hearing messages and relaying the messages? Isn't that what I'm doing? Sitting here being a messenger of God, right? It depends on who you're being a messenger for. And again, that's what he wants to specify. And again, the devil is not going to come in whispering in someone's ear like, hey, it's me, Satan, and I want you to tell everybody this. Like, no. Because who would ever... Okay, well, I know that there are Satanists and stuff out there, but I mean, generally speaking, by and large, for the majority of us, we wouldn't want to have anything to do with that. So there are frauds. There are demons manifesting as angels of light in order to deceive and trick people. Why? So they pull away from source, even though they think they're dangling bait in front of people. They're dangling bait, a semblance of spirituality, but not the real deal. God is saying, I'm the real deal. I'm here, and I am going to start exposing all of this. See, now here's the thing. I'm just the messenger. Okay? I might be relaying what he's telling me to say about the channeling. I'm not going to be the one exposing anyone for anything. Okay? He's going to do that. And right now, he's giving a very clear message. Channeling and entity possession is of the devil. It's not okay. If you really want to get to know who I am, don't have anything to do with that. Don't listen to anyone that does that. Because I have nothing to do with any of that. As far as hearing an entity and relaying the message, not channeling, just being a messenger. What about that? We're going to get to that, he said. He just said, we're going to get to that. I am going to show you how to distinguish the impersonators and the imposters, spirits, not people. Okay, not the people. The imposter spirits from the real spirit, from source. What is source? God. What is spirit? The Holy Spirit. All right? Again, you see these partial truths that Satan is dangling in front of people. Okay, just, source. Okay, well, what is God? The source of life, right? But we're not going to mess with it. Just source. Okay, just spirit. It's Holy Spirit. That's God is the source, right? And he is not benign. He is not emotionless and unintelligent. He is not just some fabric of existence. Remember, he is intelligent. He is purposeful. He has a personality. He wants people to get to know who he is. So, and see, the human part of me is like, oh my God, saying this stuff, like I am going to have people ripping me a new one over this. But in my heart, I know it really doesn't matter what people think. To me, it matters what God thinks. I don't care about people pleasing. I don't care about likes or views or anything like that. I care about doing what God has asked me to do. So if he gives me a message to share with you guys, I'm not going to be worried about being politically correct or people pleasing or, doing what a lot of the New Age movement and light workers look down on Christians for doing and just saying whatever goes. Whatever goes. Okay? Whatever goes. And that is exactly what the New Age movement and light workers have been doing, just like Christians. Whatever goes. Whatever goes. Right? Wrong. God says no. Actually, that's wrong. You don't have to listen. You have free will. But here's the thing. I know that there are a lot of honest-hearted people out there that will use their free will to get to know me, to walk with me, to be my friend. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to set the record straight. Right? He's going to set the record straight. Wow. This is some heavy, heavy stuff, right? Whoa. Like, where did this girl come from? Oh my goodness. I come from a villa in Italy. No, I'm joking. This is a backdrop. It's beautiful though, no? I love it. It's gorgeous. I kind of want to leave it up in my living room even when I'm not shooting. Oh man, you guys. He said, that's all for tonight. You've done good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm nervous. Not scared. I'm not afraid. Because I call this my mission, but this is also my life's purpose. This is also, like, to me, the pinnacle of what I could possibly accomplish in this lifetime. In sacred geometry, how the universe works, the egg of life, this is beautiful stuff, guys. And before any Christians out there go thumping their Bibles about, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, no. These are God's sacred things that the devil has been tainting and abusing. So I am not just for light workers. I'm not just here to talk to light workers or people in the New Age movement. If you consider yourself a Christian, you believe in Jesus, but again, you've noticed all the hypocrisy, or you've seen these partial truths and other things, other places, follow me. Because I'm following Jesus. And I'm going to do the same thing that he did. Show people the way to God. Speak the truth. And be a light in the darkness. And I really hope to see you guys on this journey with me, because there are a lot of people out there and I can't reach everyone. And right now, God is showing us all the way. So we're going to start from square one. We're going to start from scratch, and we're going to do this all together. All right, guys. Love and light, and may the truth set you free.